What's up, guys? That really gross guy here, and we're back, and we're jumping into Warframe, and I wanted to talk about a little bit of something that's going on at the moment, as well as some speculations and stuff that I think is going on and whatnot. But for now, let's just kind of come over here. I'm gonna run a quick alert with you guys, and let me get into some better light. Maybe it was better up here. So I'm running a Rhino. This is an old Rhino. This was just one of my takes on a red and black Rhino design. This came out I built this when the Octocore came out, and I figured, I was like, let's get a tanky, tanky frame with an Octocore. And this was back when the Octocore was like super lethal. Well, I mean, it's still lethal, but I mean, like, you had to be super careful so you didn't kill yourself. I think they made a little changes to make it not as, awful for you to get yourself killed. But anyways, we're running the Octocore. I have a Vasto on here. I don't know why. I think I never actually leveled up a full Vasto, so I was just going to rank this up, and then I was going to switch it. And then I have the Silva and Aegis, and this was back similar around the same time when the Silva and Aegis came out. The Octocore, they were very close together, and I put that on here because I thought that would be pretty cool for a Rhino to be a little bit, more melee, tanky, heavy, and stuff like that. So, without further ado, let's get on into it. But one thing I wanted to talk about today, first off, I wanted to mention that people are speculating on what the meteor is, Meteorite. I believe it's a meteorite that Lotus apparently made us aware of. Passed by Earth, or specifically close to the plains, and there are some people that are speculating that, number one, this thing is an infested, because she said something about it being living. Some people are curious if this is an infested, thing, an infested, a meteor, like there's some sort of infested material on it or something, and maybe we could be seeing some infested on the plains. I wouldn't be surprised, because I think the Earth tile set does have one or two, like, invasion-based tiles on it where the infested are. So it's very possible that DE tries to implement some kind of infestation onto Earth. That's one idea. The fact that it says it's living, or she said something about it being living, I'm speculating that it does have something to do with the infested. Some people are saying that they are trying to slowly implement and bring in the sacrifice update, which has to do with Umbra, and I think the Stalker. I don't know for sure if it's going to have something to do with the Stalker. So there is that possibility. Now, I don't necessarily think it's going to be tied to the sacrifice. I do understand that, when it comes to Umbra, and Umbra being a shadow, and some people, talk about the shadow of, like the shadow cast from a planet because of the sun is considered like the Umbra, or something along those lines. I'm not those Scientologists, whatever. You can look it up and try and research it if you really wanted to. But it is possible that because it is kind of a space thingy, that it pertains to Umbra to some degree. But the fact that they said it was living makes me think it's very infested. That doesn't mean it's not both. It could have something to do with the infestation, and then for whatever reason, Umbra has to, arrive and do something, show up. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I personally think that this doesn't really have to do with either point. It might have something to do with Infested coming to Cetus, but I personally believe it's actually going to be tied to the Halloween event. I could be wrong, but every year we have a pretty decent Halloween event, and what better place for DE to host the Halloween event than on the newest update that's come to Warframe, which could be, or which was Cetus, or the Plains of Eidolon. It would be a good idea for them to place this event on something that is new and relevant, and where a lot of people are spending their time, kind of trying to kind of bolster the hype for Cetus or the plains itself, is to get people to jump in and do a Halloween event. And the Halloween events in the past have had to do with the Infested. So I could definitely see it having to do with the Infested. I could definitely see it having to do with Halloween. I can kind of see it having to do with the sacrifice, but I'm honestly don't think it is. But I'm curious to see what you guys believe. What do you guys think that this whole deal is about? Do you think it's Infested? Do you think it's a Halloween thing? I haven't seen anyone in like forums or in chat mention the Halloween event, so that's why I feel like most people believe it is a lead into the sacrifice. And I don't want you guys to get your hopes up. So personally, I don't want to get my hopes up, but personally, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be tied to the Halloween event, or maybe some Infested stuff coming to Cetus. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there something I didn't think of? Is there something that maybe this could be that, maybe it has nothing to do with any of the three? It's very possible. What do you guys think? I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a mention of the Stalker, and I don't know Warframe lore to like the most insane degree, but when it comes to the Stalker, we kind of know we don't know his origins. We just know that he hates the Tenno for whatever reason. Whether he has his own Tenno, because spoilers with the War Within and all that stuff. If you guys have not played that, I highly suggest it. But when it comes to the War Within and what we learn in the War Within, Stalker's very, he's trying to learn some stuff about himself, it appears, and he's torn as to who exactly is he. Does he have his own operator? Is he, does he know or does he not know? Has he been betrayed by the Tenno in the past, and that's why he's so mad? Does he, what's his angle? And we don't necessarily know what the heck Stalker is up to. But one thing we do know is Stalker is able to basically, at a moment's notice, confront us. And he might, he only can do it when he gets some intelligence on us and he's able to, drop into a mission and try to kill us. But from what we've seen in the past, what DE has kind of implemented as a test, the whole Stalker mode that was a little bit controversial recently, what we have seen is the fact that Stalker basically, he can invade you. He's unseeable. He can stalk you in an unseeable, maybe alternate dimension, maybe the Upside Down, for those of you who are Stranger Things fans. Think of it like that. Think of it as though this is our plane of existence. We're standing here, and the Stalker is here until he kind of flips around and, and decides to come at us. You know what I mean? So what's I'm trying to figure out is, what is this plane that the Stalker exists on, or he at least travels through? What is that? Is that the Void? Does he use the Void? What does he use? How does he manage to get to us in such a short notice? And part of me is, that drives kind of the idea behind what the sacrifice is going to be. If this meteor has anything to do with the sacrifice or not. I don't think it pertains to the Stalker, but it might pertain to Umbra, like I was saying. But if we switch over just for a minute to kind of like talk about the whole Stalker deal, like, it's Stalker can't invade us on Cetus at the moment. DE has pretty much confirmed that. That may change in the future, I don't know. But with the sacrifice leading up, I would not be surprised if, we learn more about the Stalker. Umbra, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of conflict there and whatnot about the Stalker. I can't wait for that part. I can't wait to find out more about those types of things. But personally, Like I said, when it comes to Stalker, it's part of the reason why I did the red and black color scheme right now, is he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, probably in the near future. I'm curious what you guys think his angle is. Does he travel through the void? Does he do whatever? If you want to see a video on the Stalker mode, there's a half dozen of, or probably over a dozen of those on YouTube right now. Someone managed to record it at TennoCon. Probably a couple people did, but it seems like everybody just re-uploaded the same exact video that may have even came from the same exact kid, or same exact person from TennoCon, excuse me. And I actually sat down with that person after TennoCon at the after party, and he had a recording of it on his phone, and he uploaded it like on the spot. Like he got it done and online very, very quickly. But it looks like a lot of people went out of their way to show that. So if you are curious of what the Stalker mode looked like, you can check it out. I don't know if they're going to ever implement that, you know, whatnot. I don't really want this discussion to be about the Stalker mode. I'm more curious about what do you guys think about Stalker, his past, how he comes to get us, how he tries to exterminate us, and what's his angle? Why does he absolutely want us to be killed? I don't know. I know there's a big Stalker fan base out there, so I'm curious. I would love to hear from you guys, but we'll maybe discuss that in a future video of, you know, what we think the Stalker's angle is exactly. You know, get into some specifics. But for now, let's kind of leave it open-ended like that. I'm curious. Almost died. I'm curious to find out anything you guys think, whether it comes to the Meteorite, when it comes to Stalker, the Halloween event, or whatever. I just love hearing feedback from you guys. So yeah, hopefully I get some stuff going in chat, and we can talk a little bit, and then maybe we can stem a new video based on what we talked about in the chat bar. You can also, if you want, talk to me in Discord about any of these topics. That is also in the description. So I'm curious. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Blow!